20-plus years of coaching service, but he's not retired yet. He still will be teaching at Golden Meadow Middle School, 7th grade math. So thank you, Coach Curall. Yeah, we snuck it in. And he's being represented tonight by his mother, Glenda Curall, his wife, and his children. The coaching is in the bloodline. She's being represented by her parents, Zachary and Katie Ilaria. Our next cheerleader is Bella Bruce, and she's being presented by Abby Felleries and Wayne Felleries. Our next 8th grade cheerleader is Maddie Payran, and she's being presented by Scott and Odessa Payran. Our next cheerleader is Miss Taylor Reynolds, and she's being presented by her parents, Lance and Heather Reynolds, and her grandmother and Brady. Our last cheerleader on the squad is our mascot, Miss Jaylee Terrio, being presented by Emil and Elizabeth Dago.
Just in case. I should have it over here. Just to have it
We will now present our dance team 8th graders, Miss Addison Boveland, and her parents are escorting her, Lawrence and Stephanie Boveland.
I'm not done. Hate those calls. The boy was, Buttermilk told me to move the surgery. You gotta take that step up seriously. You know why he moved? Because his hands must put together that. So he did the back stroke. Yeah.
Our next dance team member is Addison Boudreau, and she's being presented by her parents, Ryan and Jenny Boudreau.
But here we are.
Our next dance team member is Miss Miley Sheremy. She's being presented by her parents, Brandon and Lacey Sheremy. Our next dance team member is Miss Mackenzie Hebert, and she's being presented by her parents Peter and Sophia Hebert.
I know we only got a short pregame. I'd like to get Brian's comments and Keegan. Right. You don't have to read, this is a bonus. If anything, great out, ship yard.
Our next dance team member is Miss Phoebe Hillman, and she's being escorted by her parents, Jeffrey and Jenny Hillman.
Andrea and Dominic. Dominic, he's very comfortable with him.
And our next dance team member is Bailey Thompson, and she's being represented by her parents, Keith and Kelly Thompson.
Gonna make sure y'all connect.
You can just hang out up here.
Go where the action is, baby. You plug in?
Yes, sir. I'm good to go. See ya.
And our last dance team member is Miss Linda Bruce.
I don't know if we're at one.
And she's being represented, escorted by Jesse and April Bruce. And last but not least, we have our 8th grade band members to present tonight. Our first 8th grade band member is Carolina Ruiz. And her escorts is Kyler Meadow and, oh, it's Mrs. B. Our next 8th grader is Kyler Meadow, and his escort is his mother, Crystal Meadow. Our next 8th grade band member says Oliver Batista. Next is Gavin Villia. All right, our next 8th grade band member is Addison Bovalan. Parents Lauren Bovalan and Stephanie Bovalan. Our next band member is Celeste Bourne, being escorted by her mother, Kayleen Childers. Next, we have Addison Boudreau, and her parents are Ryan and Ginny Boudreau. Our next band member is Linda Bruce, and her family members representing her tonight is her parents Jesse and April Bruce. Next, we have Selena Cajun, and her parents are Traylon Cully and Dane Soleil is her uncle. Our next 8th grader is Nahum Castellano, and his family member is here tonight to represent him. Next we have Stacy Sheremy. His parents are Wilson and Abby Sheremy. Our next 8th grade band member is Sadie Sheremy. And I don't have the escort's name, I apologize. Our next 8th grader is Christopher Shessel, and he's being presented by his mother, Hannah Fellery. Our next 8th grade band member is Rose DePaz, and Ms. B is escorting her. Our next 8th grade band member is Mr. Jude Dewey, and he's being escorted or presented by his parents, Darren Dewey and Lynette Dewey. next 8th grade band member is Michaela Dye, and she's being presented by her mother, Scarlett Mobley. Our next 8th grade band member is Herman Guidry Jr., and his parents are Herman Guidry and Maria Guidry. Our next 8th grade band member is Mackenzie Hebert, and her parents are Peter Hebert and Sophia Hebert. Our next 8th grade band member is Abigail Hill, and her parents are Father Rainey Dewey and Mother Amy Hill. Our next 8th grade band member is Phoebe Hillman, and she's being represented by her mother, Jenny Hillman. Our next band member is Kaylin Neal, and she's being presented by her mother, Lauren Neal. Our next band member is Miss Marley Roberts, and she's been escorted by her mother, Pagan Roberts. And our next band member is Jaylee Terrio, and her parents are Emil Boogie Dago and Elizabeth Dago.
Today's dance has captivated the whole world. BPM on Sirius XM.
Our next band member is Bailey Thompson. She's being presented by her parents, Keith Thompson and Kelly Thompson. Our next band member is Samir Valadares, and Mrs. P is presenting him. And our last band member, whose mother got stuck in traffic, so Miss B is going to present Kylie Cox. And for our cheer squad, Miss Taylor Reynolds, being presented by her parents, Lance and Heather Reynolds. And let's hear it for the Lions! Would everyone please rise as we honor our American troops stationed around the world and remain silent for student-led prayer by Lions for Christ member Addison Boudreaux, and then the playing of our national anthem by our Golden Meadow Middle School band, led by directors Mr. and Mr. Getty Bienvenu and Mrs. Angel Bienvenu.
Dear Father, may we compete with your heart shining through ours. May we push ourselves to be what you tell us we can be. May we have kindness in our hearts, mindfulness in our souls, and endurance to finish. Keep us and our competitors safe from harm, and let our actions be a testament to your glory. Amen.
Thank you, Addison.
Full house on the home side. Crowd still full coming in. Golden Meadows in the all red uniforms with the white trim. Now still your road whites with the maroon.
And here comes Meadow. If anyone did lose an AirPod case with one AirPod, I might just have it. If you can identify the
atmosphere, a great game to be a part of. Let's have great sportsmanship between the two teams. White, you talk to white. Red, you talk to red. All right? You understand that? All right. LCO, you're the visiting team. Have a tail and a head, and you're gonna make the call. All right? I got a head and a tail. I got a tail and a head. A tail and a head. LCO, like I said, you're the visiting team. You call it in the air.
Tails.
It's a tails. LCO, you won the toss.
We would like to receive.
Yes, sir. Oh, you come here.
Red Dogs win the toss and want the ball.
Very interesting. Coach Pokey and his crew want the football, maybe to try to get that early lead, get Golden Meadow chasing?
Yes, when you get these 8-minute quarters, you want the ball to start. Now, it's simple right here for the Golden Meadow Lions. You got to come out and you got to try and get a 3 and out, which is going to be no easy task. But it's a part of their game plan, I'm sure. And great atmosphere, cool night. What a great way for these 8th graders to end their career tonight.
Coach Keegan Pokey spilled the beans on play-by-play earlier today, which you could hear every Monday through Friday from 11:30 to 1. Jean-Eric Vigier, who's been out for about a month or so with like a hamstring issue, he's back. He tried to play the EDY game only on defense. He was limited. There ain't no limitations today, Bubba. He's going to get the ball on offense. He's going to be a big part of the game plan for the Dogs, and Golden Meadow will have to bottle him up, as well as bottling up Shepard and Kidd and all the other great members of the backfield. Back deep for LCO. It looks like Shepard. It looks like Isaiah Kidd. Well, there you go, 2 of the playmakers we were just talking about.
These numbers are hard to read.
Yeah, the LCO numbers are going to be a bit of a chore today. Golden Meadow has their kicker, Kayon Bell. The ball's at the 40-yard line. Golden Meadow's kicking from left to right. That's one thing about these middle school games. Special teams are sometimes an adventure. We'll see how deep this kick goes.
Yeah, let's see the Bulldogs are standing at their 30-yard line. See if you can get it beyond them, or they can try something a little short.
Coach Curell said in the pregame we may try an onside kick. Do they do that right out of the chute? Bell. We're underway. It is an onside kick, and it'll be fielded by LCO. Didn't go 10 yards, but Carter Kale fell on the football. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the Lion 49-yard line. Great starting field position. That's where Jack Griffin will lead the LCO offense out onto the field.
Yeah, Lions are hoping for that little extra bounce. The ball been kicked maybe a little bit harder, but it never took that extra bounce for him. The Bulldog receiver did a good job just following on the ball.
I think Coach Pokey had a Walkman during Coach Kiral's pregame interview. He knew that it was coming.
Yeah.
Ball on the left hash. Griffin in kind of a wishbone set. Strong side of the field to the right. Griffin will hand it off the left side, driving to the 41-yard line. I think that was Carter Cantrell on the carry. Yep, it was. Those yellow numbers on the white jerseys are going to play tricks on us throughout the night, so bear with us. But that was Carter Cantrell, gain of about 7 on 1st down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Bulldogs came with a little unbalanced to the left and ran right behind the unbalanced on the left side. Good pickup of, what you call that, about 6, 7?
Yeah, 6.5, 7 yards. Bring up 2nd and medium. Ball still on the left hash. Griffin shuffling the line around, keeping it unbalanced. This time he hands it to Shepard. Not a whole lot. He falls forward and makes some things happen. He was hit the line of scrimmage, then gets about 2 or 3. It'll bring up 3rd and short. Good job by number 67 of Golden Meadow, Braxton Petrie, as well as number 54, White Gaspa. 3rd and 1. LCO's got 2 plays to get 1 yard in Lion territory just underway. Griffin in that same wishbone look. Now it's kind of a single back look.
Oh.
Shifting a man in motion. They'll hand it off. That's Kidd. Nice hole on the left side, driving across the 30 to the 28. Number 18, Isaiah Kidd, getting an easy 1st down, gain about 10, 11 yards.
Yeah, that was a nice run by Kidd.
That brings us for a Bulldog 1st down.
So the Bulldogs have it in scoring position at the 29-yard line. First and 10. 6:15 and counting in the opening quarter. Unbalanced line. LCO's been in it all night. It's unbalanced to the left this time. Griffin will hand it to Cantrell off right tackle, driving across the 20, tripped up. It's gain of about 12 or so, and another Bulldog 1st down there. LCO put all the guys to the left and ran it to the right.
Griffin hands off the ball to
And a good surge by that LCO offensive line.
He's tackled by
That was something Coach Curell said on play-by-play. Say, look, they're way bigger than us. We've got to handle their size.
Was that ball carry on that? That was,
Cantrell, I believe.
again?
Yep. 1st First down and 10 at the 18-yard line. 5:30 and counting in the opening quarter, just underway. Griffin making some adjustments at the line. Sending a man in motion. It's time they hand it to Kidd. Actually, they fooled me on the fake. I believe that was actually Cantrell got the football, drives inside the 10-yard line. No, my bad. It was Kidd with the football. Yeah, it was Kidd with the ball. Got it to the 10. He was running so dang high that it was hard to tell that he had the ball. But he did get it to the 10-yard line. My bad.
Bulldogs, again, what you talk about, some chunk plays right here.
Oh, yeah, you're getting 7-8 yards a pop right now. Golden Meadow's going to have to stiffen up the defense. That big LCO offensive line imposing their will early. 2nd and 2. Griffin hands it to Kidd again off right tackle. He's hit near the 5, breaks a tackle, lowers his shoulder, and he's in. It is a 10-yard touchdown run. Isaiah Kidd, it's 6-0.
Handed off to number 18, Isaiah Kidd.
And the Bulldogs strike first.
Lions were in position to make the play, but a great job by Kidd. Showing some nice moves. He planted his foot and cut back to his left. Got in the end zone for the Bulldogs.
So 4:32 to go. It's 6-0 LCO. And of course, in middle school, there's very little kicking, so they'll go for 2. I'm giving it to 18 again. Let's see if that's the play. Griffin adjusting the offense. This time they give it to Cantrell, and he will walk in. So LCO goes straight down the field, and they score and get the 2. It's 8-0 with 4:32 to go. We'll be back in 1 minute on KLEB.
In the end zone for a Bulldog touchdown. I'm sorry, for a Bulldog extra point.
Ryan Green and Jack Redding are standing at the 20-yard line. Kentrell Shepard has the ball on the tee at the 40. Kentrell, when he hits it good, he could get it down there. Let's see if he gets a good one here. Whistle has sounded. Here's Shepard's kick, and it is a good one. It'll go to Green at the 20-yard line. Fields it, gets it to the 30, 35, bounces outside, makes a man miss, slung down at the 41. So a good return of about 21 yards, and Golden Meadow will take over in good field position, 1st and 10.
And you've seen LCO play a few times. They're special teams on the kickoff team. That, remember we talked about it for the EDY game.
Not one of their strong suits. He actually advanced it to the 43. Golden Meadow plays 2 quarterbacks, Ryan Green and Max Ricard. We'll see which one it is to start the game. It looks like it'll be Ricard, which means Green will be at wide receiver, Redding behind him in a wishbone look. Ricard waiting on the snap. LCO's got everybody at the line of scrimmage. Be a give to Redding up the middle, very little. Great job by the middle of the defense. I saw 77, Zachariah Verdon eating up some blocks. Carter Kale, Jean-Eric Vigier. No gain on the play.
Yeah, nice job by the Bulldog defensive front. Absolutely no room for Redding.
I hear from here, with my headsets on, I hear Coach Keegan Pokey and his staff yelling ball key. They think that Golden Meadow is going to change the snap counts. They don't want to give up any free yardage. 2nd and 10, ball in the right hash. Ricard with Redding behind him. Waiting on the snap. They give it to Redding again. Nice run, break and tackle, still driving. It's a first down to the LCO 44-yard line, gain of about 13. The right sideline gave him a little hole. He squirted through, and boy, he ran downhill hard, getting a Golden Meadow first down.
That was a nice hole in the line, right side offensive line. And some shifting moves by Redding once he got in that open field.
So 3:11 and counting in the opening quarter, 8-0 LCO, but Golden Meadow in Bulldog territory at the 43-yard line. I suspect we'll be saying Fardy's getting the ball a lot tonight. He's got the first 2 carries and now the third. Off right tackle, up the middle, across the 40, driven, dropped at the 39. Gain of about 4. And if you're Coach Brian Curall, you say, hey, we can get 4 yards every play, he will be very pleased by that. One thing he may not be pleased about is there was a little extracurricular after the play. The flags didn't come out that time. But boy, you don't want to be the second man who gets caught.
And you see the respect that the LCO Bulldogs have for Redding. They had about 7 people on that last tackle. They were gang tackling.
2nd and 6. 2:23 in counting. Golden Meadow trying to answer LCO's score. Strong side of the field is to the left. Ricard waiting on the snap. Gives it to Redding, trying to bounce outside. Lowers his shoulder, but he's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Back on the other side of the 40-yard line, I see Kentrell Shepard. I see Zachariah Verdon amongst a few LCO Bulldogs in on the stop.
Nice job, Bulldogs right side of their defensive line. Once again, not much room for Redding. Redding actually did a good job of making something out of it. Looked like he was going to lose 3 or 4 yards. Actually, I think it might have been a 1-yard loss.
So the ball's at the 40. They've got to get it to the 33. Got 2 plays to get there. It'll be 3rd and about 7. Ball now be on the left hash. Golden Meadow does throw it from time to time. See if they try to hit one of those here. Ricard does have a nice arm. They are by far the more prolific passing offense of the 2. Going with a hard count. They're not biting. It will be an inside give to Redding again. He's back on the other side of the 40, but not much. Got about 2 to bring up 4th and 5.
Bulldogs doing a good job staying home, not crossing the line of scrimmage.
Coach Curall is going to call a timeout, I bet you. Redding leaves the game as his helmet came off. I just have a hard time thinking they would play 4th down without him. They're going to send in Charles Colley, but something tells me he's going to call a timeout here before this play. Yeah, he's already signaling to Troy he wants a timeout at 1.
Yeah, exactly. He'll let the play clock run down, call a timeout right before his 40-second clock would expire.
So that'll allow him to get their playmaker back on the field for a pivotal down. Get your best play that you like the most here on 4th and 5. I would love to know, and Trug, maybe you could help us with this. Is it 4th and just an inch or 2 more than 5? Would they, if they jump off sides, would it be a first down?
It would be a first down.
There we go. So LCO will have to be on their P's and Q's. Make sure don't give it to them for free.
Yeah, I would be surprised if the Bulldogs would jump. For as much as, you know, the coaching staff was harping on that, I'm sure, all week.
I just get the feeling, and look, maybe I'm wrong. Every Golden Meadow play so far has been an inside run to Redding. I don't think we're seeing an inside run to Redding here. They're going to try to get outside, maybe bootleg, roll the quarterback out. I think they're going to try to do something a little more creative here. But we'll see.
Yeah, if they do, I think it would have to be something kind of quick.
Yeah. Plays in situations like this where you miss Edwards, who's a guy who you could hand it to in a sweep. He could get outside. He's out actually with a concussion. Timeout is over and play will resume. 24 seconds on the first quarter clock. That's actually why we stayed here during the timeout, because we know we got the quarter break coming up in just a second. Strong side of the field is to the right. It is 4th and 5 yards on the nose.
See if they have some type of trick play they may have been working on all week.
Is the coach in waiting, Coach Brunet, who signals these plays, and now there you go, they're in the shotgun. Trips to the right, 2 to the left, empty shotgun set. Ricard gets the snap, throws a little slant, and it's dropped. Play. They had a slant set up to Ryan Green. It hit his hands and it fell out. Contrail Shepard broke it up. It falls incomplete, and the Bulldogs will take over on downs.
You know, I like the play call from the Lions and that little slant. Shepard just was right on the spot, did a great job breaking up that pass.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for LCO.
Will take possession.
Coach Curall trying to get his defense ready to go. But yeah, they are capable of throwing it. They've actually had some success throwing it on some other opponents this year. 1st and 10. Kidd, Shepard, and Cantrell in the backfield. This time it goes to Kidd off right tackle. Bouncing outside, still driving. There's a flag on the play, still driving. He's actually got a first down, pending the marker, but something tells me this one is a coming back.
I believe you're right.
It is holding on LaRose. LCO gets struck with the penalty, and it'll negate a first down run.
You know, one thing that the Bulldogs are doing well right now is their offensive line. They're coming off the ball, and they're staying with blocks. It's not like just, you know, you hit your guy and you stop. They're keeping contact, and they're moving that defensive line, and that gives their backs just extra run to run the ball upfield. And they're picking up positive yards. That time, unfortunately for the Bulldogs, got called with a hold.
So the block was a little downfield, about 6 yards down the field. So it'll be 1st and about 17. So it's actually 7 yards down the field. Oh, my bad, actually 3 yards down the field. My math is a little off. LCO will not get this play off, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. With our score, after 1, LCO 8, Golden Meadow 0. We'll be back in 1 minute on KLEB.
For Hurricane Ida, the roof was flying off of this building that we were standing in. We never lost communication. That's a testament to all the work and connectivity that we have with Rev Business. Rev Business has people located here in the community that we can continue to rely on. Within 9 days of the impact of Hurricane Ida, Port Fourchon was back up and running fully. We're very proud of that fact, and we look forward to continuing to work with Rev Business to allow us to continue to do that as well.
Is in the game for the first time offensively. Let's see if he gets the carry. And he does. Bouncing outside, he's hit, and a great job. Golden Meadow's got him bottled up. He loses yards. Great job by the Golden Meadow defense. Jacob Galliano amongst a handful of Lions, or I guess as they call it, pride of Lions. Cale Hunter as well. They threw him back to about the 26, 27-yard line. 2nd and awfully long, about 20. Coach Pokey said it. I've seen them throw maybe 4 or 5 passes all year. A lot of them came on 2-point conversion plays.
Well, in his pregame, he mentioned we running the ball.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see anything fancy here on 2nd and 20. It's a matter of which back they give it to. This time it looks like it'll be Kidd who hits the hole. He'll be dropped by Redding at the 36, 37-yard line. Good gain. Gain of about 8 or 9 yards, but it'll still bring up 3rd and about 11.
18, Isaiah Kidd with the carry.
Yeah, nice run by Kidd. Gives the Bulldogs 3rd and 10.
Yep, got 10 on the play. They've got to get to the 48-yard line. You don't like to kick in middle school, but if it's 4th and 10, maybe you'd have to. Let's see if Golden Meadow could stiffen up or if LCO gets enough yardage to either get the first down or make them think about it. Griffin under center. Shuffling his personnel around. Waiting on the snap. Sends a man in motion. It's Cantrell. And it's an inside give. Shepard's got a nice gain. Driving near the sticks. He's got it. He got 11 yards. And it is a first down. Boy, that's got to be back-breaking to the Golden Meadow defense. You have them against the sticks. 2nd and 20. They pop an inside run for 10, then another one for 11 and get the first down.
Ball was handed off to Shepard.
Yeah, the Bulldogs are coming with some unbalanced formations. They motioning people over to sometimes balance, and they're going to the unbalanced side, and they just got more blockers right now on that side, and they're definitely taking advantage of it.
1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line near midfield. Griffin sending Kidd in motion. This time it's Cantrell bouncing outside. He's hit and dropped. Good open field tackle that time by Nathan Billiot. Big gain about 4 or 5, though. Nice first down gain.
Billiot let Kale back in on the tackle for Lions.
5 yards on the play. He's tackled by number 20, Nathan Billiot.
And here we go. 2nd and 5 or 6. 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. These games move by pretty quickly. Might even have time to catch Mama's Kitchen before they close at 8.
Now you're talking.
2nd and 5. Griffin under center. Same wishbone look. He hands it to Cantrell, picking through the line, and he'll be stacked up very little, if anything, there. Conley Hernandez was one of the guys on the stop, kind of finished up the play. Gain of about 1.5 yards will bring up 3rd and 3. Charles Colley also in on the stop. He's the one who stacked them up, and then it was Conley who finished the play, got him on the turf.
Yeah, line defense up front is making it hard on the Bulldogs. They're flying around to the football.
Yep. 3rd and 3. Does LCO come with a hard count? Hit them with their own medicine. Let's see. Shuffling the line again. It's unbalanced to the left this play. Ball in the right hash. Griffin hands it to Shepard. He didn't get it unless if he falls far. No, he didn't get it. He got about 1 yard or so. So good job by the middle for Golden Meadow.
Shepard with the ball.
It'll bring up 4th and about 1.5 yards.
Oh, he got a decent
spot. Yeah, he did. Yeah, it's about 1 yard. They marked him a little farther forward than I thought, so it'll be 4th and a whole yard. Boy, what a shot in the arm it would be to Golden Meadow if they could get a stop here with 3:28 to go in the opening half. LCO on the line. In that same formation. Let's see, Coach Colley thinks it may be a sneak. Coach Cural's calling a timeout, wants to discuss this with his defense.
Timeout, Lions.
Big play here in this one, maybe the biggest play so far. If Golden Meadow gets the stop, they'll have good field position to try to get a little opportunity before the half. If LCO stays on the field, gets the first down, they could keep grinding this down, try to take some momentum into halftime as well.
Now let's see if Coach Polk and his staff maybe come up with some type of different formation and get to the line real quick and snap it real quick before the Lions can adjust.
I want to thank Grand Isle Shipyard, our presenting sponsor for After the Lights, which will be broadcast as of now after Friday night's game against Ellender. We don't anticipate any changes, but a little programming note, Central Lafourche is playing Hanville on Thursday. They have moved their game up 24 hours, as have several others around the state. I know this. I have a hard enough knowing whether or not it's going to rain 10 minutes from now, much less Friday night.
Yeah.
May need a little more time to figure that one out. We will be talking about this game tomorrow on Play-by-Play at 11:30. I'll also have BJ Young on tomorrow. 4th and 1 here. Griffin under center. Golden Meadow trying to get a big stand. And they gave it to him for free. And it is offsides and a first down. And boy, that is gut-wrenching.
Guys, besides jumping offside, we had a Lion lined up offside. I was waiting for the flag.
There you go. Out of a timeout, boy, that sure won't make Coach Curall happy.
Exactly, especially out of the timeout.
But the ball's now at the 37-yard line. Griffin under center. Since Cantrell in motion. They hand it to Kidd. Got a big hole. Adios. Amigo. That is going to be a 37-yard touchdown run for number 18, Isaiah Kidd. It is 14-0 Dogs, and the penalty proves even more costly for Golden Meadow.
Yeah, I wonder if that was the same play Coach Polkey had called on 4th down.
Huge hole in the left side of the line of scrimmage. Know some of those great LCO linemen, boy. You got Bo Georges, Carter Colley, Ryder Bruce. Try to shout out a few more of them. They're trying to convert the 2. It's getting the play in. 3:05 to go in the opening half. Here we go. Coach Polkey, I think, is going to call a timeout. It'll be his first of the half. Coach, you just get the feeling that this next drive for Golden Meadow is going to be huge. You'd love to have something to feel good about before half. You're getting the ball to start the second half. Ideally, you'd like to answer their score with 1, but 3 minutes and 5 seconds is going to be a chore in middle school.
Yeah, that's the key right there. You can getting the ball back with 3 minutes, and it's I'm sure Coach Curall wanted to pound the ball at the Bulldogs, and with 3 minutes, you have to kind of pick up the tempo a little bit. And if you do picking up the tempo, you got to make darn sure that you go in and score, or you definitely do not want to give the Bulldogs the ball back.
No, indeed, yeah. The next drive for Golden Meadow's got to be the last drive of the first half. Interesting, Coach Polkey calls timeout. Maybe there's a little wrinkle he wants to try out here. I have seen them when they have thrown the ball, as I said, probably 90% of the times that I've seen him try it has been on 2-point conversion plays. Not saying that that's what we'll see here, but just a thought. Lions retake the field. Old Jack Griffin commanding that offense. He does such a good job. Waiting on the snap. He's got it, hands it to the first man through, which is the running back Shepard, and he got in. Second effort got him in. He was stacked up at about the 1, but just kept moving his legs, kept pumping and driving. He ends up getting in at 16-0. What an effort there from Shepard.
Yeah, Jack Reddick came up and delivered a hit, but he didn't have any help to come and wrap him, and Shepard just did a great job of after that first contact. And we've seen that early in the year where these Bulldog running backs rarely go down on first contact.
No doubt about it. We'll keep it right here. It's 16-0 LCO. LCO trying to finish the half strong. Golden Meadow trying to take some momentum before the half.
Let's see here if the Bulldogs kick it deep, and Lions in games like this, special teams, if they can run one back right here, right back in it.
Did you, man, maybe I'm just imagining this, but I feel like when we, and I say we as in Golden Meadow, because that's where I went to school, I feel like when Golden Meadow played LCO when you were coaching, you guys had some sort of like reverse or double pass or something on the kickoff that y'all would do. Is that right?
We had a lot of stuff.
Well, coach teams have a lot of special team stuff, right?
Yeah, we had things, but you know what? We had players.
Yeah, right.
That's the bottom line. We had some players.
Felt like I remembered you guys running something like that. Here's Shepard's kickoff. It is a line drive kick that'll go to Green at the 25-yard line. He's across the 30, bouncing outside, cutting back in across the 40, still driving, dropped at the 43. So again, good return from Ryan Green. Curious to see if Coach Curall sees that, hey, on that 4th down play on our last drive, like the receiver was open, do they maybe open it up a hair? But again, you run the risk of incomplete, giving the ball back. So it's a balancing act for sure.
Yeah, if they do, it's going to be some quick striking plays. You don't want to drop your quarterback back there and let the Bulldogs defensive line just come at you.
Yeah, look, they got some horses up front. They've got 2:56 to play with. And here we go, spread out, empty set. 5 receivers. Ricard, ball on the left hash. Gets the snap, play action, and he is clobbered. There you go, and the ball's out, and LCO's got it.
We're going to have a whistle.
Oh, they're going to say he was sacked.
But he's sacked.
And the line judge down there ruled him down. 71, Bo George has introduced himself to the quarterback Ricard. And to your point, Coach, you just can't run those play action, and not play action, but like pump fake, and just don't have enough time to block them.
Yeah, I thought they were going to have the receivers open real quick, but he pump fake, and that's just giving the Bulldogs just extra time to rush the quarterback.
So the fumble does not count. The clock should be rolling. It is not. 2:46 is where it stays stuck. It'll be second down and long. There we go.
He's going to start it.
There we go. It's actually Redding at quarterback. I don't think he's going to be throwing. I think we know what he's going to be doing. In a shotgun empty set. Bouncing outside to the right. And he's dropped for a loss. They're spreading the field, but boy, LCO's flying to the ball. Now to bring up 3rd and long. Coach Brune is not happy. 2:13 and counting in the opening half.
Carter Colley on that last play showed some quickness. Almost had Redding in the backfield.
Coach Pokey saying, you know what, I'm not just letting you bleed this dry and go to half. We're calling timeout. It's his second timeout. Both teams have 1 apiece left, 2:09 to go. Coach Pokey, hey man, saying, hey, if for nothing else, we're going to make you punt it and see what happens.
Yeah, I think it's a great timeout right there.
Absolutely. In middle school, you make them try to kick the ball anytime you can. Coach Brune and Coach Curol are not happy. They are not liking the way that their team is competing right now. Derek Brune is a guy that's been in the Brian Kale tree. Actually started out with you guys at South Lafourche. What are your thoughts on him? He'll be taking over the Golden Meadow football program next year.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. You know, he started off, he did his student teaching with me a few years back, and he's a disciplined guy. He believes in discipline, and he did a great job when he was with us, and actually coached with me on I did the freshman team one year over here, and he was an assistant coach coaching the receivers.
Very good. So the ball's at the 28. They've got to get it to the LCO 47, so you do the math. That's 3rd and a lot. You got to get about 24, 25 yards here. It is Redding again in an empty formation shotgun set. Takes off and runs off right tackle, gets downhill, driving near the 40. Nowhere near the first down, but it is a nice gain of about 8-9 yards. And this time, Coach Pokey will not call a timeout. He does have 1 left. 150 and counting. Golden Meadow showing no indication that they're punting.
Well, they're not going to snap this ball till they'll probably call another timeout.
They're going to have to, or it's going to be a delay of game, as the quarterback ain't even in the huddle. He's hanging out with Coach Curol on the sidelines right now. And he's saying he wants a timeout at 1. I think I just heard someone say punt. They might actually kick this after the timeout, which was just taken with 1:15 to go.
Nah, you know, I think you punt the ball right here. You get the ball to start the second half. You give the Bulldogs the ball back with a little over a minute left. We have 1 timeout. They don't really throw the ball, but they got some backs who can,
you know,
we've seen that early, can break it in 1 play.
It's just crazy to me to think that Joshua Mack, Terrence Petrie, and Draven Hughes, like all those dudes were playing in this game last year, and now we're seeing them already on Friday nights for South Lafourche. And I got to tell you, I don't know what BJ Young's plans are, but I saw him at an LCO game is actually, I think, the first game with Golden Meadow, the scrimmage. And he was kind of saying, yep, some of these guys are probably going to be with us on Friday nights next year, too. There's a lot of 8th grade talent on both of these teams.
You know, and I would be a little cautious on that, seeing some of these guys with the varsity next year. And the only reason I'm saying that is we have a lot of kids coming back.
Yeah, absolutely.
That I think will fill some spots. And not fill spots, they'll just keep playing these spots that they're playing right now.
You and I talked about that on the ride home, with the exception of like the receiving position. The Tarpons are pretty young across the board the rest of the way. Golden Meadow is going for it. They have Ricard who'll be in the shotgun. He'll be in an empty set. 3 receivers stacked in a line, to the left, 2 to the right. Can they hold up long enough to let the receivers get down the field? Ricard throws it as far as he can. It's incomplete, but there's a pre-snap foul. It's false start.
Ricard back to pass intended for number 20, Nathan Billiard.
It's intended for Nathan Billiard. It is a false start. Now it'll be 4th and 17, or 4th and 18 actually. Coach Curall is not happy. Coach Curall is letting Troy Gisclair know his displeasure. 4th and 18. I'm a little surprised they're not punting. The last play was kind of shoulder fake to the right and just kind of throw it up to the left, see if you can make something happen. Let's see if they come with that again. LCO's playing with a lot of cushion down there. They're willing to give up a short reception and go make the tackle. Ricard gets the snap, throws it as far as he can. There's no receiver there at all. That's intercepted and dropped, so fumbled out of bounds after the interception. That's number 24, Cullen Santamont. Didn't know if they would rule that one incomplete or an interception, but I guess they're going to say he made the football move, and it will be an interception for Cullen, and LCO will take over.
Bulldogs will take over on down. Take over on the interception.
See here what the Bulldogs are going to do.
103 and 1 timeout. I think they're going to just run their offense. If they break it, good. If not, let's take it to half. If you're Golden Meadow, you got to get a stop. You can't fall behind 3 scores. 2 scores, you maybe get a chance with the first possession of the third, but you've got to get a stop here.
Come back with the same play they scored on.
Kidd has 2 touchdowns in the first half. He is, I believe, in the backfield. Yep, he sure is. He is to the right of the quarterback, Griffin. And he's got the football. Is that same play? Cuts in. Good open field tackle by number 20 of Golden Meadow that time, Nathan Billiot. Gain of about 5 or 6. Heck, we'll give him 7 on the run. But the clock continues to run. 46 seconds. LCO's not getting on the ball.
That was Shepard on there again?
That one was Kidd.
Kidd?
Yep. 35 seconds in, counting. They're going to have to bust one here. 2nd and 3. Griffin this time hands it to Cantrell. They step up. Cantrell bouncing outside. Golden Meadow's trying to pull the ball away. He's short of the first down. Ryan Green went in there and was ripping, trying to take it away. Coach Pokey called timeout and is saying, hey, bro, why is the clock not stopped? He is actually not happy down there. It is a first down, and the clock just never stopped. He's got a reason to be a little upset there. Now he'll call his last timeout with 5 seconds to go. He's got an argument because they got the first down, and the clock just never stopped. Here's where you got to be careful, because your instincts are, hey, let's try something cute. Let's maybe put it in the air. No, I'm running it. If I break it, great. If not, we're going to halftime. We're up 16. You don't want to have an interception for a touchdown or anything crazy.
Well, I would disagree with you here.
Yeah?
I'm sure. I know when I was doing it way back when, a trick play you probably worked on all year. All year.
Casey,
Sir.
You're talking to an ex-Bulldog coach.
Yeah?
That's right.
Anything to bite a lion.
5 seconds to go.
You know, something you work on all year, and you.
Well, I know one of your favorite plays. You guys used to do halfback pass a lot back in the day.
We did all kinds of injury stuff too.
Injury stuff? Fill me in on that.
I'll tell you off air on that.
Oh, goodness. Ball at the 38-yard line. LCO will have one more play. Griffin directing traffic. They're still in their wishbone set. Coach Curel telling his guys to back up. It is a counter to Cantrell. He's got a lot of green grass. Can anybody tackle him? 25-20, bounces outside. Green has his hands on him and will drop it at the 5.
What an effort.
Cantrell tried his hardest to get into the end zone and kept those legs pumping, but finally Ryan Green got him to the turf, and that will be the end of the first half with our score. LCO 16, Golden Meadow 0. We'll be back in 4 minutes with our halftime report. 4-minute break. The Bulldogs out in front 16-0. You're listening to middle school football here on KLEB.
You may have heard already, we're now Rev and Rev Business. But rest assured, we're still the same locally owned company committed to our community. With our Revolutionizing Communities Grant Program, our 400 plus employees had the chance to tell us which community organizations they wanted to support. We will remain committed to supporting and revving up local nonprofits and schools. Here at Rev and Rev Business, we take pride in being part of this special place we call home. Learn more at letsrev.com.
And next, our Golden Meadow cheerleading squad will perform for us.
They lost to E.D. White 7-6, a game you and I were both at. It was an extra point. That was the difference in that one. LCO will be kicking from right to left. That is Shepard wearing that 23. Favor of, or in honor of Tremaine Mack, the late Tremaine Mack. Great student athlete who we lost too soon.
I got Isaiah Kidd with 82 yards.
Wow. It's a great first half for him. It's a little pooch kick this time, fielded and fouled on the 40-yard line is Charles Kale. So LCO kicked it deep, gave up some longer returns. This time Coach Pokey says, to heck with that. Here come with a shorter kick, and a good job by Kale just kind of falling on it.
Carter Cantrell with 65 with a big chunk of that coming on that last play of the first half. Carter Cantrell, correct? Yeah.
Carter, yes, sir. We've got a lot of Cantrells and Kales and Carters.
Confused.
Got a lot of C's here. 1st and 10 for Golden Meadow. Ricard, under center. Waiting on the snap. He hands it to Redding. It's a short gain. There's a late flag that's thrown into the pile. Very late flag. Comes in right as the whistles were being blown. It was a gain of about 2 on the run.
Nice job by Boy Georges for the Bulldogs.
And we have a personal foul, face mask. So there you go. 2-yard run will become a 17-yard run. Look, if you're Golden Meadow, you're going to need a little bit of help in this second half, and little things like that will give you a small edge. The ball's already now across midfield to the 42-yard line. First and 10.
Lions play on 1st and 10.
Ricard under center. Hands it up the middle. That's Redding running hard across the 40. Another short gain, about 2.5, 3.
Again, he runs into a wall of Bulldogs.
Vigier, a couple of other dogs, I believe, were in on that stop.
Yeah, Vigier did a good job on the defensive end. Spot crashing in. The Bulldogs have a good bit of size up on the defensive front.
Yeah, they do. They're going to be providing some skilled linemen to South Lafourche. 2nd and 7. Ricard hands it to Redding again, and he meets Jean-Eric Vigier again after another gain of about 2.5. He'll give him about 3. He'll bring up 3rd and about 4.
Number 21, Sheremy, also in.
Yeah, I like Camden Sheremy. Good kid, plays super hard. 6:28 and counting in the 3rd quarter. 16-0 LCO.
Running back lost his helmet, but it was pulled off. So he stays in.
There we go.
The Lions are huddling up about 15 yards off the ball.
Mario Circo for Golden Meadow, number 8, just checked into the game. The down marker says 2nd. It is 3rd down, if I'm not mistaken. Waiting on the snap, and it'll be it's about to be 1st down. 2nd, 3rd down, don't matter. It's a 1st down after the penalty. LCO jumped into the neutral zone, and I got a feeling Coach Pokey will not be happy about that. They've been screaming ball key the entire evening, and Golden Meadow just got him for the first time tonight. This will be 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Lions hanging tough. The old expression when you're the underdog is get it to the 4th quarter with a chance. If you could get 8 points on the board right here, you could potentially get it to the 4th quarter with a chance. Carson Collier just checked into the game for Golden Meadow. First and 10. Ball on the left hash. Ricard Hands it up the middle. Nice gain from Ryan Green that time. Like he was shot out of a cannon. Gets it to the 25. Gain of about 6. Shout out some of them big boys. Number 67, Braxton Petrie. Isaiah Duncan.
55.
Yeah, that's Duncan.
67.
That's Petrie. We were both looking the same places. Sebastian Soule usually plays up front for them, number 70.
74.
That would be Drake Terrebonne. 2nd and 4 for the Lions. Looks like it's still Green behind the quarterback. Gets it. Nothing that time.
63 for the Lions, the center.
63, that's Conley Hernandez. It looked like Cullen Santamon on the stop that time for LCO, loss of about a yard.
And Green again.
Does Coach Brune have a little rabbit in his hat here?
Play 3rd and 5.
On 3rd and 5.
Bulldogs have Bull Georges lining up right over the ball, standing up.
Bo Georges is an interesting prospect to me because Coach Pokey tells me he's the fastest kid on their team. So he's a lineman for LCO because he's so big and strong, but I could easily see H-back split in type guy at South Lafourche. Or hell, just a monster defensive end, defensive lineman. 3rd and 5. They're in the gun. Redding send them in motion. He rolls out to the right, and he's going to be hit and dropped near the 30-yard line. Not a whole lot of blocking that time.
Nice play, number 21 for the Bulldogs.
That is Camden Sheremy, and then Jean-Eric Vigier cleaned it up. It'll be 4th and 8.
That time they put Bull Georges back in the linebacker spot. Got him off the line of scrimmage.
I just don't see Golden Meadow running for 8 yards here. I think they'll have to put it in the air and hope for the best. It's 4th and 8. They've got to get it to the 21-yard line. Long time in that huddle. They may end up needing to call a timeout. But I don't see any hands up by the white hat. Mr. Gisclair, yeah, he's going to call a timeout. Timeout, Golden Meadow with 2:53 to go in the 3rd quarter. Let's take it with them. We'll be back in 1 minute here on KLEB. All right, here we go. 4th down and 8. Ball at the 29-yard line, 2:53 to go in the 3rd quarter. If Golden Meadow wants to have a chance in this one, you feel like they got to convert this play. Ricard will be in the shotgun. They've got 3 receivers stacked in a line to the right, 2 to the left. Empty set. He's got the snap. He's hit as he throws it as far as he can, and it'll be incomplete. A couple of Bulldogs fought one another for the interception. It falls incomplete. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Dogs. Number 14, Terry Brad Borda, was amongst a couple of Bulldogs that were breaking that pass up down the field.
Yeah, not much time to throw that football.
I love Terry Brad Borda. I've been knowing him since he was a small, bitty basketball guy. He plays super hard. He's actually a 2nd-team running back. He'll maybe get some carries in the 2nd half. Kid that gives you everything he's got. Now if you're Coach Pokey, you are trying to drain some sand out of an hourglass here. You're up 2 scores with 2:48 to go. Get some first downs, keep the ball matriculating down the field. Griffin waiting on the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Shepard. Big hold. Oh, so much for matriculating the ball down the field, as I think it's going to be a touchdown. 20, 15, 10, 5. Oh, boy, he's hitting near the end zone. But LCO recovered it anyway. Shepard kind of led up and not realizing that he was being tailed from behind. A Golden Meadow player kind of pulled the ball out, and I don't know if he had scored yet, but fortunately for LCO, they were Johnny on the spot. They recovered it anyway. I don't know how it's being ruled on the field, but either way, it's 22-0.
I think they're going to rule that as a fumble and a recovery by the Bulldogs in the end zone.
Wow, they're talking about it. Great hustle, I believe, by Ryan Green, who just never stopped in pursuit. And Shepard needs to learn, hey, run all the way through the tape. He kind of led up and was appreciating what he was doing a little bit too much down there, and he got caught from behind.
I tell you what, if I'm drafting a football team, that number 1,
Green,
that's my first pick.
Yeah.
That hustle out there is just, you don't see that very often. That was a super job by that young man.
So the score counts. How we decide the play went down, that's on us. I guess it'll either be about a 70-yard touchdown run or about a 69-yard run with a fumble recovery in the end zone. But here it becomes the issue is I don't know that you could, they're saying a touchdown. I didn't realize that you could recover a fumble in the end zone if you didn't. If you
I think only maybe 4 down.
Okay, yeah, I got you. I got you. I know there's some kind of weird rule about that.
They're saying he picked up the ball before he went in.
Okay, there we go. So the 2-point try for the Dogs. Griffin, is there a flag down there? There's a flag. False start on LCO, pre-snap whistle. Griffin was handing it off to Shepard, but it is a false start. Want to thank Mr. Hennessy Melisson for allowing us to broadcast this game tonight. Could have left us a box of donuts at the table, though, right?
Yeah, he could have. I hope he goes back on Rev and listens to this broadcast.
Little inside humor. Ball will be at the 8-yard line.
Inside humor outside the press box. Not even in our press box.
LCO obviously will stay on the field. Griffin. Shuffling players at the line of scrimmage. He's going to hand it to Shepard, and he's going to walk in. That's an easy one there. Great blocking up front by LCO. It's 24-0 late in the third quarter. We'll be back in 1 minute on KLEB.
Bulldogs convert on the 2-point conversion. Brings us to a score of 24 Bulldogs, 0 Lions.
Welcome back. It is 24-0. Bulldogs are out in front with 2:32 to go. Lions are trying to find something to feel good about here down the stretch. LCO has been in control of this one from the opening drive where they won the toss, received, and went down the field. Beautiful night for football. We hope the weather holds up on Friday. Be our final home game of the season. Shepard has the ball on the tee. Don't think he's going to just kick it down there to Green and Redding. They've tried that a couple times, didn't have great success. I think this will be some sort of pop-up kick. And it is. And it'll be caught.
Nice job.
Oh, it will not be caught, but he falls on it. The whistle blew anyway. Conley Hernandez caught it, then kind of lost it, but the whistle had already blown. And Golden Meadow have great field position at their own 46-yard line. That is one thing. Look, this is a great LCO football team. They're in line now to share parish championship, but that's been one of their bugaboos. They have struggled to cover kicks, and there they sacrifice good field position to Golden Meadow. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions when play resumes.
Let's see what your Pelicans are doing.
They're up. I think they're up about 15. I just checked on it.
50-37.
There you go. Still plenty time to blow that one.
That's what you're hoping for.
No, actually, no, I can't pull for Dallas. 1st and 10. Inside give. Not a whole lot. Redding gets thrown back.
No, it's not that you're pulling for Dallas. You're just pulling against New Orleans.
No. I'm rooting against Dallas. I don't do the Mavericks. I don't. I don't like Luka Doncic, Mark Cuban, the whole shebang. No gain on that run there.
You just don't like New Orleans.
Is there a whole lot to like?
The Saints.
2 minutes and counting. I could share some thoughts about that when we're off the air.
Yes.
1:53 and counting. Well, Golden Meadow taking a lot of time in that huddle, and then now it's going to be an official timeout. That's a little surprising. Is there something going on? Maybe an injury in the huddle?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, you could see that there was something going on in that huddle. They were just back there not doing anything, and then the official sees it. Whatever it is, it looks like it's rectified. Second and 10. The clock will start back. And it'll be a shotgun recard with Redding. 4 receiver set. Coach Bokielen pass. I can hear Vermeer. He's going to actually give it to Redding. Bouncing outside, lowering his shoulder near midfield. Good tackle that time by Vigier. Terry Bradbourne also helping out.
Vigier has a motor.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Comes across, he delivers a hit.
Oh, yeah. We're calling him by his actual name, Jean-Eric. He is known to them as Sharky. And it's kind of like a shark swimming to prey in the water. He gets there, and when he sees blood, he attacks. It's 3rd and 6. 45 seconds to go. It'll be that same shotgun set. The strong side of the field is to the left. Ricard waiting on the snap. Sending a man in motion is Green. It's going to be that same off-tackle run to Redding. He's going to be dropped. That time, Bo Georges was one of the Bulldogs in on the stop.
This may take us to the end of the quarter.
Yep, it sure will. Let's go ahead and take a 1-minute break. We're going to the 4th quarter. It's LCO 24, Golden Meadow 0. We'll be back in 60 seconds on KLEB.
What Rev did for us after Hurricane Ida in getting our phones and our internet back up, being able to rapidly deploy our servers to the Rev facilities in other parishes up in Baton Rouge to get our emails back up and running, and having those local contacts like Eddie Colley and Megan Archer, whether we're talking about post-storm or whether we're talking about everyday life and communicating what we do at council meetings to our residents. It's like picking up the phone and calling your uncle and saying, hey, would you like to come over for dinner on Sunday? That's the way we feel that relationship works with Rev.
It's very much in doubt.
Let's see.
Well, we got a little time, right? 4th and 5.
I'm sure if you call them, they'll stay open till 9 o'clock for you.
That's the hope. That's the hope. Maybe an extra fortune cookie too.
Okay.
4th and 5, and Golden Meadow's actually punting it. I don't think they're actually kicking this ball, folks. Let's see if they fool me. Here we go. Green throws it, and it's incomplete. Off of the fingertips of Keon Bell. I just didn't think that they were going to punt it away, and hell, it almost worked. If the throw would have been a little shorter, Bell could have maybe hauled that one in. It was just off the fingertips.
But that was a nice pass.
Green has played a lot of quarterback, but he's also very athletic, so they moved him to receiver and kind of shared time with Ricard, and he delivered a pretty good throw. But now LCO will take over. Not a bad idea. And heck, whenever you're in punt formation, that's some of the best pass protection they've had all game. They had a little time to throw the ball. 1st and 10 for the Dogs. Griffin sends a man in motion. They hand it to Kidd, off left tackle. He's hit and dropped, short gain to about the 45. Heck, I say short gain. He got about 5 or 6. Nice gain. Kidd's having a big night today. But truly, the LCO offensive line's having a big night today. He didn't get touched until he was 6 yards down the field.
Yeah, they're doing a good job coming off the ball, staying with their blocks.
If LCO plays their cards right, they could drain this one dry if they don't pop a long run. Not that they wouldn't take the score, but the game just goes by so quickly in middle school if you're gaining yards. 7-10 and counting already in the final quarter. Griffin directing traffic, shuffling guys around. The field general. It's the snap. Hands it to Shepard, bouncing outside. Look out, 35. Makes a man miss. He's pushed out of bounds at the 25. It's a big gain of about 20 for LCO. A late flag. Very, very late flag. Charges clear. Throws. This will be a little extracurricular on somebody. Let's see who did something here. And we have personal foul on LCO. So a 20-yard run will become a 5-yard run because of a late penalty. So the ball will be moved back to around the area of the 40-yard line. It should still be a first down.
Do you give him the yards on that run?
I don't know if he said after the play or not. If it's not after the play, then, well, let's see. Looks like they're walking it off from where the flag was. And they'll put it down shy of the sticks.
Whitecap says 1st and 10 from that point.
Okay, well, there you go. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line.
So I guess we'll mark it after the play.
Golden Meadow gets their team back on the field, as do the Dogs. And the clock will start. Make a point after this play. Griffin hands it to Kidd. Cutting through the middle. Hard run. Yeah, lowered his shoulder there. Had about 5 or 6 yards on impact and then just drugged the defenders for about a couple more. Gets about 8 or 9 on the run. Boy, we only shout his name out before the play because he's the quarterback and he's just handing it off. Jack Griffin manages those shifts and all that stuff at the line of scrimmage beautifully.
He knows exactly where everyone belongs on every play. And that's the mark of a good quarterback.
Yep. 2nd and 1, inside of 6 minutes to go with the Bulldogs in front, trying to put a little icing on the cake. They hand it to Kidd again, cutting inside, driving across the 30, still pumping his legs. He's dropped near the 25. It's a situation where maybe a little fatigue, because boy, he's getting hit and just keeping his legs moving, and he's driving them backwards. And it is a first down. The 26-yard line, 5:27 and ticking. LCO is going to very likely improve to 7-1 on the season, clinch a share of the parish championship with E.D. White. Golden Meadow will drop to 3-5 on the season. Griffin at the line of scrimmage. They hand it to Shepard. He's hit, stacked up, and dropped. Good open field tackle by number 40, Redding. You know, Hennessy Mellis, the principal at Golden Meadow, was telling me at the beginning of the season, just comparing LCO enrollment to Golden Meadow enrollment. He said, hey, it's like a 5A school playing a 2A school. So there are some competitive disadvantages for Golden Meadow. LCO does have more kids. But Golden Meadow's playing their tails off. They're competing and fighting hard.
Yeah, that's one thing. They're playing hard. Down 24-0, 4.5 left. They're still playing hard.
We saw that with that play Ryan Green made. He wasn't conceding a touchdown, running down the field. 4:18 and counting. It's 2nd and 8 for the Dogs. Griffin at the line of scrimmage. Ball smack dab in the middle of the field. It's a counter run to Cantrell. Makes a man miss. He's got a first down near the 15-yard line. So it's another first down for LCO. They're matriculating the ball down the field.
As that same counter play they ran, they almost scored into the first half.
And for Golden Meadow, you're just pretty much out of time. There's 3:46 and counting. You've still got to score 3 times. You got to stop them here. Ball in the left hash. Griffin sending a man in motion. They hand it to Kidd. He's hit at the line of scrimmage inside the 10, driving to about the 6 or 7.
Tough run.
Gain of about 8. Yeah, as Coach said, Isaiah Kidd is a very late flag. Extremely late flag comes out in the end zone.
So I'm popping off on both sides.
So we'll see what this is. And that's what you don't want. You don't want to have an ugly ending to this one. We have dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct on LCO. Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the lines. Good call there, Truck. Offsetting penalties. So the play will stand. It'll be a gain of about 8. Coach Curo saying, hey, what did we do to warrant 50% of that penalty? This will be one of the last times that he will ever argue with an official.
He's got 3 minutes left.
That's right.
Both players were just jawing at each other.
2nd and 3. Griffin comes with the hard count, and he flinched into the neutral zone, so it'll be a first down for the Dogs. They move the football inside the 5. Coach Pokey trying to get one last score for the road.
Tell you one, they haven't passed the ball a whole bunch. What you think right here with a little pass?
Bootleg. Most of their passes are bootlegs with rolling a tight end into some empty space. They usually try it on 2-point plays. This is from the area of a 2-point play. Let's see. Oh, or you can just pound it again. Cantrell gets into the end zone from 3 yards out. It's 30-0.
Bulldogs turned off to number 13, Cantrell, who is into the end zone for another Bulldogs touchdown.
So LCO will go for 2 again. .255 to go in this one. The Bulldogs are going to get the win, their 7th of the season. On Terrebonne Parish side, Houma Junior High won the parish championship. On the Lafourche end, it'll be a split between LCO and E.D. White. LCO in that same wishbone, shuffling guys around. Griffin waiting on the snap. They hand it, and it'll be converted. That's Vigier. And another late flag comes in. Jean-Eric Vigier gets it into the end zone. So for now, it's 32-0, but we'll wait the extracurriculars.
Casey headed back to the studio for my post-game duties.
Sounds good, brother. Dead ball, personal foul on the Dogs. Boy, that's not going to make Coach Pokey happy.
No, not at all.
It'll be on the kickoff. So it's 32-0. Golden Meadow will get good field position after the penalty. And now the Lions will take one last stab at it. You know what's crazy is Coach Pokey said this on play-by-play. He said, yeah, it's going to be, weird not coaching these guys, but, I coach a lot of them in basketball, so we'll still be together and all that good stuff. But, man, you do leave a little bit of it behind, man. Tomorrow it's going to hit him whenever it's 2:30 and it's not time to go to practice. That's going to stink a little bit.
Yeah, it will. For the ones who do it right, like Coach Pokey and his staff, and the Lions and their staff with Coach Kiro, they're in it for the right reason.
Yeah.
And when it's over, it kind of hits you, and if I can only have one more week with these guys, or it does. It hits you.
They've got about another 5-6 plays left together. Maybe a little more depending on how the flow goes. LCO will be kicking this ball deep from their own territory after the personal foul. Our officiating crew tonight has done a good job keeping these guys in check. When someone's gone over the line, they've been zapped for it. Kickoff will be at the 25-yard line. Kentrell Shepard. There's a deep kick to Green. Catches at the 40-yard line. He's going to hand it to, fake like he's going to hand it and then keep it and be dropped at the 45.
Yeah, I think they were trying to run some type of fake reverse, and the spacing wasn't right.
Yep, spacing was not right. It's a good illustration there. 2:50 to go.
Looks like the Bulldogs going to call a timeout. I think Coach Pokey's going to get some of his reserves into the game.
Yeah, you're looking second team. You're looking 8th graders that haven't had a chance to play. All that good stuff. With his team in control, get a chance to, as we say, get some clean jerseys in. Oh yeah, that's a whole new crew. The Lions gonna say, hey man, we're gonna go try to score. Try to take advantage and send their season to the off season with a good note. But they're gonna likely have to do it without Redding. I saw that after the kickoff, he was cramping, and he is still cramping down there. So a chance for some younger players to get some action here for LCO. First and 10. It is that Ricard or Green? That's Ricard, but Green's in the slot. 5 receiver shotgun set. Ricard sending a man in motion. He'll hand it off, and Green's got it. Oh, they were going to try to throw the football, I bet you. But the timing was disrupted. Great defensive play by LCO. That's a big loss.
Well, sure, if he was going to run the ball, it looked like he had some blocking downfield. Unfortunately for the Lions, he tripped up.
Big loss. Clock will continue to run. 2:27 to go. Not a whole lot of snaps left in this one. Well, I see some good football players sitting to our left. I see Jacob Curell, Luke Sanamo, Camden Berg. Some good Tarpon football players hanging out, watching the ball game. Second and long. Ricard. We'll hand it off up the middle, driving forward, getting a nice gain. Good hard running that time from Charles Kale.
Yeah, Charles hit the hole hard right there and kept his feet moving.
There's a little "Let's go Charles" chant to our left in the stand. Some of his folks are excited. He gained about 8 on the play. I also have had the chance to coach Charles in his Biddy basketball career. 125 and counting in the fourth quarter. If Golden Meadow wants, and I don't know what their intentions are, they could maybe time this where there's only 2 snaps left. Ricard on the center. Hand it off. Collie with a big seam running hard, lowering his shoulder near midfield. He's short of the 6, but a nice gain. It'll bring up 4th and short. College saying, hey, Jack Redding, you're not the only guy who could run hard on this team. Be 4th and 3.
Charles comes out the game for the Lions.
36 seconds and counting.
Lions, families, players, cheer, dance, band, and their families.
Golden Meadow on the ball one last time.
Talking on.
Thank you for supporting Golden Meadow Middle School Lions.
Ricard under center. It's an inside give. Nice hole, driving forward. It's a big boy. Braxton Petrie getting a first down, and that could potentially wrap it up with Golden Meadow getting a first down. They calling timeout?
No, that'll be it.
Yep, that's your ball game. Our final score, LCO 32, Golden Meadow 0. The Bulldogs, congratulations. You have won a share of the parish championship. Coach Colley, some final thoughts as LCO gets the win.
You may have already heard, we're now Rev and Rev Business, but rest assured, we are still the same locally owned company committed to our community. With our Revolutionizing Community Grants program, our 400 plus employees had the chance to tell us which community organizations they wanted to support. We'll remain committed to supporting and revving up local nonprofits and schools. Here at Rev and Rev Business, we take pride in being part of the special place we call home. Check us out online at letsrev.com.
I just think up front, LCO's offensive line was just a little bit too much for the Golden Meadow defensive front, but Lions played hard the entire game regardless of the score, but a combination of the offensive line for the Bulldogs and the backs that run exceptionally hard is just a little bit too much for the Lions tonight.
Well, we're going to put a pin in it right here. Thanks, Coach Colley, for the time as always. Thanks to Dylan and Rev for doing a great job. You can watch this game back on Channel 5 in a couple of days. Reminder, play-by-play tomorrow, 11:30 to 1. Also, South Lafourche and Ellender on Friday night here from Memorial Stadium. LCO gets a 32-0 win. Have a great rest of the day. Be safe on the road, y'all. God bless. Good night.